Welcome to the fifth and final video in our series on Microsoft Teams calls. The last video detailed receiving Teams calls. This week we will look at managing active calls, your Teams setting to handle incoming calls, and the emergency location from the desktop app. Active calls can be placed on hold and then resumed from the call details window. Within the active call, click the More Meatball menu and then the Hold button. The microphones will be muted for everyone on the call, and music will play for the caller while the call is on hold. To resume the call, click the Resume button. A call can be transferred to another person in one of two ways. The first is a direct transfer. Click the More Meatball menu, and then click the Transfer button. The call will be placed on hold, and a dialog box will appear. Find the person to transfer the call to, or type in their phone number. If you want the call to ring back to you if the transfer is not answered, select Ring Back if there's no answer by moving the slider to the right. Click the Transfer button. The second way to transfer is to use Consult and Transfer. This allows you to connect with the individual you are transferring the call to before the call is actually transferred. The consultation can be done in a Teams chat or in an audio or video call. Click the More Meatball menu and then click the Consult and Transfer button. The call will be placed on hold and a dialog box will appear. Type the name or phone number of the destination. Click the Chat button to open a Teams chat or click the caret to show other options. Within a chat consultation, click the Transfer button or the caret to bring up the menu for the option to send the call directly to voicemail. Within an audio consultation, click the Transfer button to transfer the call. If the individual is not available, click the Resume button on the original call details screen to return to the call. This will make the More Meatball menu available again if the call should still be transferred to a different individual. When transferring to a phone number, the transfer number will appear for the caller. Make sure not to transfer the call to a private number, as this will be visible to the original caller. Within Teams calls, you have a lot of control over how incoming calls are handled for your account. To access call handling, click the Teams Meatball menu, then the Calls icon. Two options are available. The first is how to handle calls that ring your devices. Calls default to ring only you, but you can choose to ring another individual by selecting New Number or Contact. Type in the name or number and click to select them from the list. At this time, there's no way to remove someone from the list after they've been added. Call groups enable you to add multiple people to handle a call. You can then choose to ring everyone in the group at once, or call individuals in the order they're listed if someone is unavailable. If an incoming call is not answered, the default setting is to transfer the call to voicemail. The options shown in the drop-down are the same as Also Ring, except for the Do Nothing option. If this is selected, the call will continue to ring until the call times out after about 60 seconds. The caller is not given the option to leave a voicemail. The call just ends. The If Answer time will move to the selected option after 20 seconds. The amount of time can be changed from the drop-down menu. The second way to handle calls is to forward all incoming calls. If this option is selected, your devices will not ring, but rather immediately forward to the location shown in the drop-down. The options are the same as if unanswered: voicemail, new number or contact, call group, or an individual previously added. A forwarding option can also be picked from the drop-down menu on the main call screen. Click and pick the option from the list, or click the More Settings option to return to the settings screen. Finally, the Teams app on laptops and desktop computers is automatically aware of your location when using the CVTC wireless network or a docking station. You will see the campus location in the Teams app if you are connected to the CVTC network. The detected location is visible from the Emergency Location drop-down menu, or from the Teams Meatball menu, then the Calls option, and scroll down to Emergency Location. If you're using the Teams desktop app off campus, the address will not be shown automatically. It's possible to manually enter the location by clicking the Location Not Detected drop-down and then the Add option. Fill in the required fields and click the Add button. Desk phones using Teams will also send emergency location information automatically. Emergency location information is not available if using Teams on the web. As always, reach out if you have any questions by stopping down to BEC 32 or emailing us at edtech@cvtc.edu. Thanks and have a great week.